not.
Wiener.
Wiener Schnitzel. We are here. This is me. How's that for starting a podcast?
That's Chris, and I'm Blake, and I'm cooler than him, but we are here to talk about the Oscars that take place in 3 days, I believe. 2 days?
Yeah. Now, people who say that the Oscars don't matter can eat poop and die because, just, like, what are your thoughts? Do you think that the Oscars matter?
Of course. They're the Oscars.
I know, but I don't always agree with them, but they matter. It's like saying that, like, the Heisman Trophy doesn't matter.
Heisman Trophy doesn't matter.
Well, you know what? You can't. Don't do that.
Anyways, we believe the Oscars matter. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna skip makeup and other things that Chris finds to be fascinating because I know no one else does, and we're gonna go straight to You want to start off with best animated film?
Yeah.
Because it's such a shocker on who's gonna win.
Yeah. Best animated feature film. Nominees are How to Train Your Dragon, The Illusionist, starring Edward Norton, Paul Giamatti, and Jessica Biel. Don't know why it's nominated. It's a live action film. And Toy Story 3.
I was so confused when you first were saying that, and then I got on. Yeah, Toy Story 3 is of course going to win, but I would just like to take this opportunity to say how retarded it is that by far the best animated movie of the year was not nominated. Yes, Tangled is better than Toy Story 3. I apologize.
Wow. Okay.
You didn't see it. Shut up.
I can't really say much more. That's like it's such an obvious category.
Yeah, there's not.
Best adapted screenplay. 127 Hours, The Social Network, Toy Story 3, True Grit, or Winter's Boner.
It's gonna be Social Network.
Yeah, it should be Social Network.
Yep.
Yeah. What?
There's really not much else to say on there. It's pretty obvious there too.
Yeah, I know. It's like from after the first scene, you're just like, all right, well.
I would just like to say how weird some of the other nominations are. Yeah.
Yeah, Toy Story 3.
A lot of really weird nominations.
Yeah, no.
I've actually seen Winter's Bone. Other than the performance from the lead, there's really nothing good about it. I don't know why that was nominated. I don't really get why Toy Story 3 was nominated. 127 Hours is one man talking. But I guess that kind of adds to how good the screenplay is. It's a really good screenplay, but kind of surprised that's nominated also. And I guess True Grit's worth nominating. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I thought Toy Story 3, I've explained that, like, the reason it's nominated for an adapted screenplay was because Disney wrote an original script for it, and then Pixar bought the rights and then rewrote the entire script, but every script is rewritten at a certain point.
Yeah, but they, I think the extent of it on this one's more because, didn't they start making the movie with that original script? Because they were the IMDb page originally had that story where they were going to go to Taiwan because they see Buzz there. Because
there was going to be it was going to be, I think there's concept art, but I don't think that they ever started using the voices for the.
All right. It said it was in post production.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, there was a fawn page with that story, and it said that they were making it. And then, a little while after this story comes up.
Huh.
But anyways, yeah, Social Network's gonna win Best Adapted Screenplay. Best Original Screenplay, Another Year, everyone has seen that. The Fighter, Inception, I haven't heard of that one. The Kids Are Alright, and The King's Stammer.
The Retarded Prince.
Has The King's Speech won in this category in most award shows, or...
It's going to.
But it hasn't won most other awards. I I can't remember.
No, because most other awards just have best screenplay, so they just give it to Social Network. This is like the only award show that has adapted and original.
Golden Globes doesn't have two different ones?
No.
Okay, then yeah, King's Speech will probably win that one. I of course believe Inception should, or The Kids Are Alright. Those two would be my choice if I chose who would deserve to win.
I thought The Fighter had a great script, but they're not going to give it to The Fighter, so.
Yeah, The Fighter had some good dialogue.
Yeah. The Fighter had one of the funniest scenes of the entire year, and it's the scene when Christian Bale's fighting with Amy Adams from the porch, and they're just screaming expletives at each other, and then the guy walks by with the dog, and Christian Bale just goes, "What kind of dog is that? Is that a Cocker Spaniel?" I love that scene. Anyway.
Okay.
So then we got best
director.
Let's do supporting actor first.
No, let's actually do director. Best achievement in directing. Oh, I'm taking over this dang thing.
I know. It's over.
Shut up. Darren Aronofsky for Negro Swan. The Coen and Joel for True Grits. David Fincher for the Facebook movie. Tom Hooper for that overrated movie about a stammering king. And David O. Russell for Rocky 7.
Oh, come on.
Okay, sorry. Black Swan, True Grit, Social Network, King's Speech, and The Fighter. Social Network, David Fincher will probably win. I would just like to say that I believe Danny Boyle should have been nominated. Mm-hmm. And I believe
Christopher Nolan should have been nominated.
But yes, absolutely, I believe Christopher Nolan should have been nominated. I think that was so obvious that I didn't even think of it at first. And I know this was later in the year, but I think Roman Polanski should have been nominated for The Ghost Rider.
Yeah. And, I never saw Ghost Rider, but like even though I wasn't the biggest fan of Inception, he still should have been nominated, Christopher Nolan. Because to take a film that that film really could have been like 7 hours long, but the way he condensed it and made it a coherent story, I thought was really incredible. And Danny Boyle, took a film about a guy trapped in a rock and made it fast paced, and so
you saw 127 Hours, right?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, considering like all the tricks he did with the camera and stuff, like how it went inside his water bottle and all that crap, like he definitely should have been nominated. And Rodrigo Cortés had absolutely no buzz, the director of Buried. Mm-hmm. But the way he filmed an entire movie inside of a coffin just blew my mind, so I also think he should have been nominated, although I knew he wasn't going to be. Right. But anyways, so there was a lot of personal snubs, I guess, for that category. But yeah, I do think David Fincher should win. I don't know. I guess maybe I would choose Christopher Nolan to win, but I am happy with David Fincher winning because it's kind of obvious that he will be. He is one of my favorite directors. So.
Mm-hmm. My personal pick for this film, for this category, is Aronofsky, because I feel that Black Swan could have been something that was way overdone, and I thought that he did an incredible job with it. But that being said, Fincher should have won it twice already, so it's only fair that he's going to win it. And I'm going to be happy to see that.
Yeah, and the Academy is in love with the Coen brothers, so they're nominated for that. I don't really get why David O. Russell was nominated.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tom Hooper, I didn't really like his one-note camera work, where every single scene had like the actors like in the bottom left-hand frame, in like the corner. Did you see the King's Speech?
I did. It wasn't that good.
It was like he was in love with the wall or something. Like every single scene had to have the actors like in the bottom corner.
And David O. Russell, I agree with you there, because as much as I love The Fighter, the weakest part about it was the way they filmed the boxing scenes. And I got to put that on the director. So
I didn't find anything bad about the direction. I just didn't really find anything all that great about it. So I was kind of surprised that he was nominated above the more worthy directors that I've already named, especially Danny Boyle. I really thought he was going to get nominated, but whatever. And Christopher Nolan. Well, Danny Boyle wasn't really nominated for anything, so I wasn't really expecting him to as much, but I was really shocked Christopher Nolan wasn't, as was everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah, that surprised me too.
Alright, supporting actress. Amy Adams and The Fighter, Helena Bonham Carter for The King's Speech, Melissa Leo for The Fighter, Haley Steinfeld for True Grit and Jackie Weaver for the ever so popular film Animal Kingdom.
I know. What the freaking frick is that?
It's a documentary about Animal Kingdom portion of Disney World, the amusement park.
And she just gives a knockout performance as the tour guide.
Absolutely. There's actually a scene where she fights off a tiger.
No,
So some people are saying that Haley Steinfeld is going to win this, despite her not winning anything else.
Yeah, not even being nominated.
Yeah, like it was. She committed category genocide by being nominated for best supporting actress while she was the lead in that movie.
Well, you see, I don't think so. I honestly think
come on, Chris, you know that she had the lead in the movie.
Look, she was the lead, definitely, but I felt that the way they marketed the film, the movie, I think, is about, they want the movie to be about Rooster Cogburn.
It's Jeff Bridges!
Right, exactly, so that's why,
but she's
I don't know.
The main character.
But anyway, who do you think will win?
I don't want Melissa Leo to win, but it looks like she's going to. Like, I have no reason to think it's going to be anyone but Melissa Leo.
Right.
Because everything.
Yeah. And
personally, I think it should be Amy Adams.
Mm-hmm.
I think she did far better than Melissa Leo. I didn't even think Helena Bonham Carter was in the King's Speech all that much. Like, yeah, she did good, but I don't really get why she's nominated for everything. Yeah, Haley Steinfeld, she deserves a nomination. She was fine. I don't really think she deserves a win, but my choice, I would like Amy Adams to win, but I don't know. I think it's pretty obvious it's going to be Melissa Leo. I don't know why it'd be anyone else.
Yeah, I'm going to say two things here. One is who I thought should have been nominated. One is who I think will win. You're going to go crazy about this. Personally, though, greatest female character in a movie in the last 10 years, Chloe Moretz should have been nominated for Kick-Ass.
Oh my God, you are a freaking retard. It's the Academy Awards, not the MTV Movie Awards.
No, hey, if Abigail Breslin could get nominated for doing a funny dance at the end of Little Miss Sunshine, Chloe Moretz can get nominated for blowing a couple people's heads off. Just saying.
You are aware that Abigail Breslin had like 1,000 dramatic scenes in that movie, right?
She had like 2.
She had like plenty. Anyway.
Look, I knew it wouldn't happen. I'm just saying, it would have been awesome.
You know that it's a retarded idea to even think that it would be a good idea to happen.
She deserved it, but anyway.
She didn't even do those stunts, Chris!
Yeah, but
You didn't like her performance in the movie, you just liked her character. She didn't have anything to do with the character. She didn't write the character. She wasn't the stunt double. You're an idiot. Now say who you think's gonna win.
But who is going to win is Melissa Leo. Who should win should no doubt be Amy Adams, because Amy Adams' character in that movie, that could have, in most boxing movies, that character is the ditzy love interest.
And she looked hot.
She did look hot, but in most movies, that character is just the ditzy love interest. She's nothing else. She's just there to be a support, kind of an olive branch for the boxer, kind of just to cheer him on. They gave her like her own depth, like her own backstory, and made her an actual character. Like she actually interacted with the other characters. She fought with the other characters. She got pissed. Like
she had sex with the other characters.
Exactly. She didn't just...
Exactly! Yeah, that's what I'm saying!
Yeah, sex! No,
right, anyways.
Yeah, they didn't just... She wasn't just there, and I thought she could have made that character so one note, but I thought she did a great job. So she should win of the ones nominated, but I think Melissa Leo will win. But, though I thought Melissa Leo did a fine job, at the end of the day, I thought that she was just a trashy mom. Like, she never really exceeded, like, anything else in that character.
Yeah, like, I know her character, like, I know it's based on a real person, I know how her character was written and everything, but, like, and I'm not saying she gave a bad performance, but when you, like, I'm aware, like I'm saying, I am considering the fact, like, how her character is written, but, like, if the character is, like, going on the verge of, like, seriously, like, pissing me off out of being so annoying, like, how good is the performance?
Mm-hmm.
there has to be some kind of standard on where, like, you're a